Hi guys, welcome to Laplace Academy, and today we are going to continue our journey of learning how to use MATLAB Simscape to simulate a system of fluids. And today we are going to make this system from scratch. It is a closed system consisting of a pump and a flow resistance, and also a tank, and a couple of sensors just to see how this model works. And today we are going to learn a lot of things about the pump, how it works, the flow resistance, and the equations that are held in a closed system of pipes. Also, I'm going to talk a little about the pressure of a tank, the absolute pressure, the gauge pressure, the water column pressure, and how MATLAB uses these equations to model this system. So let's go. Before we start, I want to recommend you to watch my previous tutorial. If you haven't watched that, please go to watch it first, since we need that background in our current discussion. So this is a blank model. I go to the library browser and I'm going to find Simscape. We basically are going to spend most of our times in the foundation library and the fluids library. And I want to model a thermal liquid system. I add a flow rate source, which is a pump. I double click on it and set it as a constant mass flow rate with a flow rate of 10 kilograms per second. So basically, this is an ideal pump. It transmits 10 kilograms per second regardless of the hydraulic resistance of the system. Then I go to the elements and add a flow resistance. I double click on it and I need a nominal pressure drop and a nominal mass flow rate. I set the mass flow rate equal to 10 kilograms per second. And it means that if the flow rate across this resistance is 10, then the pressure drop is going to be equal to the amount that I enter right here. And I set it to 300 pascals. Now I connect my system and we are all set. I want to add a few sensors just to see how my system works. I add a differential pressure sensor. And in order to display it, I need a PS Simulink converter. Plus a display block. And as I said in my previous tutorial, every Simscape system needs two blocks. One of them is a solver configuration block and the other one is a fluid properties, which is under the utilities tab. And by default it is set to water. So here is water properties, and this is the solver configuration, which we are going to leave it unchanged here. I may also add another sensor for the pump to see the pressure increase across the pump. Before I run the model, I want you to take a moment to think about the result that you're going to expect. And as you see, we came across an error and it says the initial conditions solve failed to converge. You know, one thing about MATLAB Simscape is that if you want to have a successful model and simulation, you must have a complete understanding of the fluid dynamics, fluid mechanics, the thermodynamics, and heat transfers. So I'm going to take a moment to talk about the problem with this system and why it is impossible to to have such a system of hydraulics. This is a schematic figure of the current system that I'm going to simulate. It is a closed system with a pipe and a resistance. And the resistance is set to 300 pascals, and the pump is going to exactly add that 300 pascals to compensate for the flow resistance. As you know, since it is a closed system, in closed systems, the pump pressure increase is going to be exactly equal to the summation of all the resistances of the system. So the pump basically adds 300 pascals, and the resistance is going to reduce 300 pascals. But the pump is a differential pressure source, and basically the pump does not care about the inlet pressure. If the inlet pressure of the pump is equal to 0 pressure gauge, then the pump is going to add 300 and its outlet is going to be 300 pascals. If the inlet is 100 pascals, then the pump outlet is going to be 400 pascals. And if the inlet is 100,000 pascals, the outlet is going to be 100,300 pascals. So I think now you can see the problem here. This system is not fully determined yet. There is no fixed pressure anywhere in the system, and all of the pressures are relative to each other. In the real life, when we have a closed hydraulic system, we usually use a pressure tank or pressure vessel or an accumulator to fix the pressure at one point of the system, which is most of the time at the pump suction. So what I'm going to do is to add a pressure tank at the suction side of the pump. That is what I'm going to do with my model. So I go to the fluids library and I find thermal liquid. Then under tanks and accumulators, I add a tank. And it is tank TL. TL stands for thermal liquid. I connect it to the suction side of my pump. And before I change the settings of this tank, I want to take a moment and talk about the equations of the tank and how MATLAB is going to solve the equations for my thermal liquid tank. Here's a figure of a tank, and I want to talk about how MATLAB calculates the pressure of this tank. And imagine this tank is filled with water to a level equal to H. And above the water level, there is a gas at atmospheric pressure, P0. And I set the inlet of the tank at the bottom of the tank. So the pressure at the inlet of the tank is going to be equal to P0 plus rho GH. P0 is the gas pressure above the water level, and rho GH is the pressure caused by the water column. This is the equation that MATLAB is going to solve. And it asks for P0, it asks for rho, it asks for G, and it asks for H. And I'm going to enter all of them one by one. I said P is equal to P0 plus rho GH. Rho is set by water properties, and it only needs the water pressure and temperature, and this water properties block is going to calculate the density. But about other parameters, I double click on the tank. The number of inlets, by default it is 1, but it is 1, and I'm not going to change it. The pressurization specification, that is P0, and by default it is atmospheric pressure. I leave it unchanged again. The tank is a constant cross-section area. That's fine for now. The tank cross-sectional area is 1 meter squared. That's fine again. The inlet height, in my drawing, I put the inlet at the bottom of the tank, so I set it equal to 0 meters. And about the gravitational acceleration, by default it is 9.81. I change it to 10 just so that my numbers are going to be easier to read. Then I go to initial targets tab. The initial liquid level, I set it to 10 meters. And the initial temperature, I set it equal to 5 degrees Celsius. Why 5? Because at 5 degrees Celsius, the water density is close to 1,000 kilogram per meter cube. I close it, and before I run the model, I just want to add a pressure gauge. I set it to absolute pressure and the pressure type to gauge pressure. This sensor must show that P is equal to P naught plus rho GH, but since it is of gauge pressure type, it is not going to add P naught. It is going to be just equal to rho GH. I run my model, and you see everything works fine. The flow resistance reduces the pressure equal to 300 pascals. The pump increases the pressure equal to 300 pascals. And the pressure gauge, it is equal to 9.99 E4, which is equal to rho GH. If you calculate 1000 rho to G equal to 10, then to H equal to 10, it's going to be too much near the calculated value by MATLAB. And that's it. Thank you for watching. If you liked this tutorial, please hit the like and subscribe button. And please let me know in the comments what you think about this tutorial. I hope to see you again next time, and bye bye.